Hello and welcome back to the Curious Kid podcast. Our bodies are capable of doing amazing things, and it's easy to take for granted some of the incredible things our bodies do. Our bodies literally turn light into pictures in our brains. Don't believe me? Just wait and see.
Double mailbag!
Double mailbag! Hello, my name is Emma and I am 7 years old. I live in New Denver, Canada. Can you please make a podcast about eyesight or mammals? Thanks, Emma. Hi, Jacob and Olivia. I love listening to your podcast in the car every morning when we go to school, and I would love to know about emojis and eyesight. Thank you, from Hebe in Leicester, England.
Those messages are so unbelievable. They are eye-popping.
Leave the corny dad jokes to me, Olivia.
Good idea. We can't wait to learn all about eyesight this week for Emma, Hebe, and also Harrison from Newton, Massachusetts, that told us he is curious about eyesight on Facebook.
We're going to learn how eyesight works, why it's kind of weird, and what happens when it doesn't quite work the way it should. First up, the question of the week.
The question of the week is, how many different colors can our eyes distinguish?
Even though I have really good eyesight, I am pretty bad when it comes to distinguishing different colors from each other. I would bet our eyes are capable of seeing lots of different colors, but I'm curious to know how many. While you're thinking about the answer, let's start learning.
So, let's start at the beginning. What is eyesight? I mean, we all sort of know what it is, and we use it every day. But how does it actually work?
Your eyes are like tiny biological cameras. Light bounces off of stuff around you and enters your eye through a clear dome at the front called the cornea.
The cornea bends the light a little and passes it through the pupil, which is the dark circle in the middle of your eye that changes size depending on how bright it is.
Then the light goes through the lens, which focuses it. Kind of like adjusting the focus on a camera lens, except your eyeball does it automatically.
Finally, all that focused light hits the retina, the back part of your eyeball that's packed with light-sensing cells. And here's where it gets really cool. The retina sends the information through the optic nerve to your brain, and your brain turns it into images.
So, you don't technically see with your eyes. You see with your brain. Your eyes just collect the light.
Mind blown. Inside your retina, there are special cells called rods and cones. Rods are super good at seeing in low light, like at night, and they help you see shapes and movement, but they don't do color.
Cones, on the other hand, are all about color. You've got 3 types of cones, each tuned to a different part of the light spectrum: red, green, and blue.
Together, your cones mix those 3 colors to make millions of shades. That's how you know the difference between seafoam green and mint green.
And people with color blindness might be missing one type of cone. That makes it hard to tell some colors apart, especially reds and greens.
So, if you've ever argued with someone about whether something is teal or turquoise, maybe your eyeballs are just wired differently.
Okay, human eyes are cool, but some animals have vision that puts us to shame. Did you know that mantis shrimp have 16 types of cones in their eyes?
16? And we only have 3. That's like going from a crayon box with 3 colors to one with all the crayons that ever existed.
Mantis shrimp might see colors we can't even imagine, like colors that don't have names, like schnurple.
That's not a color, Dad.
Well, not for you it isn't.
And let's talk about goats for a second. Their pupils are shaped like rectangles, horizontal rectangles. That gives them a wide-angle view of the world, so they can see predators sneaking up on them from nearly every direction.
Octopuses are even weirder. Their pupils are like slits, and they can rotate them to help adjust for underwater light refraction. Plus, they can detect polarized light, which is light waves vibrating in a certain direction. Humans can't even see that without special sunglasses.
The animal kingdom is full of spectacular eyes. Some birds of prey, like eagles, can see a rabbit from over a mile away. A mile! I can barely find my phone when it's already in my hand.
So, we covered glasses forever ago, in episode 22. And that's 302 episodes ago, which is bonkers. But let's go over some of the key points since we're discussing eyesight today. Let's learn what happens when those light rays don't land neatly on the retina.
It comes down to how the eyeball shapes the light. In a normal eye, light focuses pretty sharply on the retina, but sometimes the shape is off. Either the eyeball is too long or too short, or the cornea and lens bend the light the wrong way.
That leads to vision problems like nearsightedness, also called myopia, where distant things are blurry, or farsightedness, also known as hyperopia, where close-up stuff blurs. And then there's astigmatism, when the eyeball is shaped more like an egg than a sphere, so vision gets all warped.
Enter glasses and contact lenses. They help refocus light back onto the retina. Glasses balance the light, so things go from fuzzy to sharp. Contacts do the same thing, but they're right on the eye.
And don't forget about reading glasses, which help as you get older because the lens loses flexibility, a condition called presbyopia.
If glasses aren't your style, some people get laser eye surgery, like LASIK. A surgeon uses a laser to reshape the cornea so your eye can focus correctly.
But even without glasses, your eyes will change with age. Things like cataracts, which are cloudy spots on the lens, can slow vision down. Thankfully, surgeons can swap the lens out with an artificial one so your world stays sharp. To learn more about glasses, go back and check out episode 22. Meanwhile, we will continue this episode by giving you tips on how to protect your peepers, also known as eyes.
Eyes may be powerful, but they are also delicate. Let's talk protection. Have you ever gone outside without sunglasses? UV rays can damage your eyes just like sunburn damages skin.
Whether it's sunglasses or regular glasses with a UV coating, block those rays to protect your eyes. And during sports, wear protective eyewear like plastic shields or goggles or whatever might fit the sport you play.
When using tools, chemicals, or playing with fireworks, wear safety goggles.
Eating leafy greens, carrots, and eggs, things that are full of nutrients like vitamin A and lutein, are great for eye health.
Another good tip is known as the 20-20-20 rule. If you're staring at screens, every 20 minutes, look at something 20 feet away for 20 seconds. It helps reduce digital eye strain.
Great idea, Olivia. Earlier, we said that you see with your brain, not your eyes. Let's walk through the journey of a single sight.
Light bounces off a red apple. It enters your eye through the pupil, gets focused on the lens, and lands on your retina. The retina's rods and cones translate light into electrical signals.
Those signals travel down the optic nerve. The two optic nerves meet at the optic chiasm, where half the signals cross over. That's how your brain combines information from both eyes into one picture.
Then messages go to the visual cortex in the back of your brain. That's where the magic happens. Your brain says, "Oh, that shiny red apple sitting on a table." It assigns color, depth, and meaning.
All right, Olivia, let's jump into the future and see what might be on the horizon for our eyes. Scientists are developing bionic eyes, which are tiny implants that connect to the optic nerve and help people with severe vision loss see shapes and light.
There are also special smart glasses being tested. They use cameras and AI to tell the wearer what's in front of them. Imagine a voice saying, "That's a door," or "Watch out, that's hot."
And then there are augmented reality glasses, which lay digital images onto the real world, like showing directions right in your field of view.
When you think about businesses that are selling through the roof, like aloe or Skims, sure, you think about a great product, a cool brand, and brilliant marketing. But an often overlooked secret is actually the businesses behind the business, making selling, and for shoppers, buying, simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify. With Shop Pay, that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts are going abandoned and way more sales happening. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell whatever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more, sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout Skims uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Westwood1, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Westwood1 to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Westwood1.
Speaking of the future and eyes, I can see into the future, and I'm seeing an 8-year-old boy. The 8-year-old boy kind of looks like he would be related to us. Here, with 5 unbelievable facts you need to know about eyesight in the animal kingdom, is Noah. Take it away, Noah! Fact number 1. Bees and butterflies can see ultraviolet light. That means that they see flower patterns invisible to us. Fact number 2. Cats have amazing night vision. Their retinas are packed with rods, and they have a reflective layer called the tapetum lucidum, which bounces light back through the retina for extra absorption. Fact number 3. Flies have compound eyes made of thousands of lenses. They see motion super fast enough that a swatter looks like a moving blur to them. That's why it's so hard to catch them. Fact number 4. Chameleons can move their eyes independently. One can look at a bug while the other one is on the lookout for predators. They can focus each eye individually or together. That's a neat trick. Fact number 5. Eagles have vision that's 8 times sharper than ours. They can see a mouse scurrying below from a mile up in the sky. That's kind of like having eyes with the zoom feature built in.
Wow, Noah, those were some eye-opening facts. Thanks for sharing. It's time to reveal the answer to the question of the week. Olivia, how many different colors can the human eye distinguish?
The average human eye can distinguish about 1 million different colors. That's incredible! Here's some other incredible stats on eyes. Even though your eye is only about 1 inch across, or 2.5 centimeters across, it weighs less than an ounce. It's packed with over 2 million working parts. How about this one? Do you know that we blink our eyes over 20,000 times every day? That breaks down to about 15 to 20 blinks per minute.
Well, that's a wrap for this week's episode.
Thanks so much for listening to this week's podcast number 324 on Eyesight.
Great job, Olivia, and great job, Emma, Hebe, and Harrison for the eye-amazing episode topic suggestion. Join us next week when we will get curious about the Leaning Tower of Pisa. As always, thank you so much for listening and getting curious with us.